Hey guys, so I have got the hospital in the morning at the ungodly hour of 9 AM. So we're just getting prepped the night before. So I'm wearing clothes, top and my bra that I'm going to wear. My meds are all ready. We've got a taxi booked. So we're just trying to make things run smoothly as possible because I'm very stiff in the mornings. My hands don't want to work. My shoulders are very stiff, so we can't put tops on easily. So we just want to make tomorrow morning as smooth as possible. So that is the plan. That's why I'm going to go and hopefully get a good night's sleep, and I will try and bring you along for as much as tomorrow as I can. We're going up to see the Lupus clinic guys. First time I've seen a doctor in a year. I've sort of had phone consultations and I've had blood tests in person, but I've not actually seen a doctor at the Lupus centre, so that's where we're going tomorrow. Nice little shot of us on the train. It was so weird being on a train. It's been so long since I've been on a train. So weird. Such an empty train. Quick shot of London as we were coming in on the train. Oh, I miss seeing these buildings regularly. I do miss my trips to London. There's no one here. There were a few more people as we got to the station, and then into the hospital we were empty again. Okay, so up on the 4th floor we are just going to go round to the Lupus unit. I love this place. It has totally changed my quality of life. Oh, this does not want to focus. Doesn't want to focus. And as with the whole hospital, this unit does really, really well keeping everyone safe during this unsettling time. Hey guys, so we are back from the hospital. I've had a shower and I've had a nap since then. So yeah, it was weird. It was like in the first lockdown when I went up to the hospital, there was no one around. It was very odd, and when you did see someone, it was a bit like, oh, there's people here. But yeah, I mean, as you'll have seen, they did really well in the clinic itself. They had everything spaced out, which was really nice. I got seen pretty soon after we got there, which was good. Had a lot of stuff, like a full physical. We were there for a while. Had some more bloods done. Got another. He's not too bad at the moment. Another glorious bruise coming in. Yeah, that one hurts. So yeah, had a couple of blood tests, quite a few. Had a few bits and pieces. We had a chat with the doctor. He wants me to do this test where basically, I really don't like the sound of this, from my fingertip to my elbow they put needles in and see how my nerves are. So I've got to wait for that, so that's going to be fun. Yeah, it was an odd day, but I'm glad I saw people. So they have increased my medication now. So now I'm kind of on what they've called the standard dose, which is like the most common dose, I guess. So that's positive. So I'm hoping that is going to be in a couple of months. It's foolish to try and say in a couple of weeks. It does take a while to get into your system. So I'm thinking in like a couple of months, hopefully that'll mean that things will start to improve, which would be good because I need to come off the steroids. I seriously need to come off the steroids, man. Like, so obviously I did my weight loss video, which I'll pop up there, about my plans, and so I weighed in at 6'4", and then the week of my period I weighed in at 6'6" on the Sunday. On Tuesday I weighed in at 6'10". In 2 days I had to put on 4 pounds. Okay, great, fine, whatever. Then today, which is Friday, I weighed in at 6'4". I just don't get how I can do this when I'm eating pretty good, I'm exercising as regularly as I can. Like, it's just stressing me out. So
I mean, I don't know. We've reset the scales. They're the Fitbit scales. They connect to my my Fitbit. So they should be accurate. I just don't understand how it does this in a week. How I can go from 6'6" to 6'10" to 6'4" in 5 days. Because I was 16.6 on Sunday. On Tuesday, 16.10. On Friday, 16.4. What? The scale is in the same place every time. I do it the same way every morning. Like, the routine to do it is exactly the same. I don't get how it is so like this. It doesn't make any sense. Some of these measurements have to be wrong, and I don't really know what is going on, but there we go. So yeah, that was my life this week. My life has been working from home for 3 days. Busy, which was nice. Thursday's my hangover day for methotrexate, so it's just a disaster. I sleep a lot, and when I am awake it feels like I'm walking through treacle. And then today was a god awful early morning start, which, as I said, we prep for the night before because it's just easier. Trying to do things like putting a new top on and stuff in the morning is just, my hands are sore, my shoulders are sore, I'm stiff, it doesn't really work very well. So basically at 6, Daryl up gives me my drugs. So I get the steroid, I get a few other bits and pieces for the day, some painkillers and some Oromorph, and then an hour later at 7 I get up. Although it wasn't till 7:20 today because my body just did not want to shift. It was so painful. So yeah, that's been my day. Then we had a shower, and I laid down for 10 minutes while dinner was cooking and was asleep for an hour. Yay. Yeah, it was an interesting day. I don't know, I'm just hoping that this update does something, because I need to get off the steroids. They are... Every doctor I speak to, they're the only explanation for why my weight is doing what it's doing, why I'm still gaining weight when I'm doing the food plan that I'm following. You know, I'm not sitting here saying I'm an angel and I've never had a bit of chocolate when I shouldn't, or I've never gone over my calories by a couple of hundred, but I've not had binges, I've not been over. I think one day I was over by 500 calories. It was one of the days of my period and I was hungry, and they were healthier calories, so I had Twiglets, which aren't too bad. I had a fruit salad, which obviously has lots of sugar in, but isn't, you know, it's not 600 bars of chocolate, do you know what I mean? So I'm hoping that this does enough to get me up and off the steroids at some point soon, because it is, yeah. So I'm being rock and roll on my Friday night. I'm sitting at home and chilling and not doing very much. I've been watching Pose on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it. It is fantastic. I'm loving it. It's absolutely brilliant. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of been my week. It's not really very exciting. So, yeah. So I've been rethinking things about my weight and how I think I'm going to sort of share stuff with you. So what I'm thinking is every fortnight, so every other week, will be a video about my journey. So what's been going on, what's happening, what have you. And then every other week will be something that isn't necessarily weight related, but I'll still put somewhere, probably right at the end, what my weight is for this week. So as consistency each week you can see it, but then once a fortnight we'll go into it a bit more. And then I was thinking maybe once every 6 weeks go through and update you with measurements and things like that. So I'm going to be looking for some challenges to do. I have spoken to a couple of people, one of whom was my physio, about how to go about this whole touching my toes thing. And we've had a chat, they've given me a few techniques. So I'm going to be starting that tomorrow, because they got back to me today. I'm going to be starting that tomorrow. It's suggested that you do it first thing in the morning as well as at night, but obviously we've cut that out for me because my body's just not going to do it first thing in the morning. If I try and get down there I won't get back up. Oh man, I feel like I sound like a 90-year-old, don't I? I feel like it as well. I actually think my nan's more sprightly than I am, and she's 93. But yeah, so I think that's going to be my plan from now on, because, you know, this is about my health and lupus and everything else, but it's also, at the moment, quite a lot of it is focusing on my weight. So I think I'm going to do every other video like that, and then the videos in between I'm just going to do either a vlog, maybe what I eat in a day, maybe a tag. Someone sent me through the get to know you tag, which is like 25 questions, so I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to start this as week 1, so next week I'm going to do the get to know you tag. I had planned to start doing it this week, but then I realised that in my video last week I just warbled quite a lot about stuff that didn't really make any sense. So I might do it monthly, or I might do it, yeah. I was a bit all over the place when I filmed that. It was a bit spacey, my brain was not focusing properly. So that's going to be the plan. So this is week 1 in terms of the videos. So week 1 is going to be weight related, and then week 2 is going to be something else, and then like that going on, and then obviously every third one, which would be every 6 weeks, or maybe the fourth one every 8 weeks, I can give you an update of measurements and all the bits and pieces that surround it. So yeah, if you know any cool challenges that I could do in my weight loss videos, or any sort of specific things you'd like to look at, I have got a lupus cookbook, so we could have a look at some of the lupus suggested meals. My stepmom bought me that. It talks about things to avoid inflammatory responses and things, because a lot of lupus obviously is to do with the immune system and everything else. So yeah, I mean, he said today, sorry, this video is sort of going back and forth a bit between weight and lupus. It's kind of everything about me today. So he was pleased that we'd got the steroids down to where we were, but obviously I can't go any further at the moment because it's just too painful to do it. I mean, you can see, probably not going to be able to see really badly, how swollen that knuckle is, and it's so tender. These gloves are slightly longer, and I can, if I don't pull them down all the way, get them to cover the top knuckles, which is nice. And they're still comfortable to wear and use, so I quite like these rainbow ones. So yeah, he was quite pleased with that. He wants to do this test with all the things in, and yeah, I mean, it's been a day, but that's good. He asked me if I'd had the vaccine yet, so I said no. So we'll see if anything comes of that. I got my shielding letter very late. So my GP told me that I should be on the shielding list, so I shielded back last year. But I didn't get my letter until quite late into the process. So I'm kind of anticipating that if they have it on this list, this arbitrary list of however they compiled it, that mine might be quite a while. So we'll wait and see, I guess, when I get called for that. It's been a day, but I think overall it's quite positive in the terms of they've upped my meds now, so I'm on the standard dose, and that is hopefully going to, thinking positively, that is hopefully going to do something in a couple of weeks. I think the next 2 Thursdays are going to be written off. When they upped it last time, in the first couple of weeks I was just out of it, that first dose. So we'll see if this does the same thing, seeing as I'm not quite used to that dose yet, and now they've added it. But yeah, I mean, that's a day in my life of having to go to the hospital during a lockdown with a compromised immune system and your body not functioning in the morning. Yay, go me! So yeah, today was quite funny. They keep giving me these early morning appointments where my hands don't work properly, and so we got down there and they're like, yeah, you need to have some bloods, as always, despite me having bloods last Friday at my GP that should have been sent them, that apparently they had the results for, but they wanted to do more. I don't know. So right now I can almost make a fist, right? This morning my hands were like this, I couldn't really get them any further, and she's like, you need to make a fist, you need to make a fist. I was like, I can't. I can't physically make a fist. So she ended up putting her hand around my wrist, squeezing to try and like mimic it being a wrist. It was like, you have to laugh at these things, otherwise just go a bit wouldn't you really? So yeah, I mean overall they said it was all pretty good. Did pretty much a whole physical because I hadn't seen them for so long. So we got out the little knocky thing for my knees and my ankles and my elbows, and did sort of like a test to see how sensitive my skin was and things like that. So covering me with, like, touching me with a dressing, like the fabric dressings, and seeing if I could feel it in different places. Yeah, it's pretty thorough going over this morning actually. I apologise. Yes, it was a pretty thorough going over this morning actually, which was great but exhausting. Did sort of all range of movement in all my joints and things like that. Talked a bit about how we're going to deal with the steroids, and I'm just blabbering on at this point. So I'm going to shut up and I'm going to go. And yeah, let me know if there's any sort of weight loss things you think would be cool, or if there are any sort of other things you'd like to know about me besides the fact that I need to lose weight and I have lupus. And yeah, let's keep going. So I'll see you next week for the get to know you tag. If you've got any additional questions you think would be good for that, pop them down below and I'll add them to the list at the end. I'll put in a few little added extras. Hey guys, it's LJ here. So today is Sunday, and today is the day that I organise my meds for the week. I take quite a few, so I do find it easier to just distribute them on a Sunday when I've got very little else to do. So if my hands start hurting or if I'm tired, you know, it's one job, it's not a huge issue. And I split them out for the week, and I thought I'd bring you along for the ride so you could see. So I have a couple of different sets. So I have this set, which is my morning meds. Hello kitten. You can be here for a little bit, but then you're going to have to go because the tablets are coming out. Here you go, look. Come and sit up here. I fold the duvet back so that she sits on the duvet, not on the bed. Come here. Come on. I do have to deal with this because I'm on the bed. She thinks it's like possibly bedtime. In fact, I'm going to feed them and then she won't be in the way. Come on, you. Come on. Okay. Now I've distracted the kitten. So these are the morning meds. These are in a totally separate pot, which I will explain why in a second. So these just open single day, one for each day of the week. I then also have my original set, which was this set. And this set has a spot for morning. Unfortunately, my tablets for daytime and evening fill this whole thing, which is why I have separate pots for the morning. So, you know, it is what it is. I have to open all of the pods on these, and again I have one for each day of the week. And they're in this snazzy pot. I love this. It's great. So let's get a speed on. I'm not going to show you what every medicine is because just too much effort. I will point out any specific meds. And now I don't know why this one is discoloured. I have washed it and washed it. I think it was a... what are they called? What are you called? Cod liver oil. I think they're a cod liver oil capsule that split. So on top of my regular meds, I do also have some vitamins that I take that I will show you. And yeah, let's just going to open all the pots because this takes a little while. If we do Monday, I have to put them in order because there are some medications that I take on specific days. So if we do Monday, and it bugs me that these start so well to match. Okay, Thursday's blue, then Friday they've done a sort of a greenier blue, then that, and then Sunday's white. So close to them being perfect. I'm a little bit I just like things to be
it's symmetrical and in a pattern, and I just, yeah, it's just the way I like things. And let's stagger these so I can see what we're doing and we can get started. I also have this snazzy little contraption. Okay, and so you pop the tablet here, and then this pops it out for you. It's fantastic. I love it. So I am going to pop a video on. I'm going to put some fast on speed up, and if there's anything that I want to watch, I will pop it on a voiceover. What I do is I have my meds in a drawer, which I'll get a picture of, and I go round in a certain order so that I make sure I don't miss anything out, because there are a few. The newest best thing for me is this, which is my methotrexate tablets. They are no longer in a blister pack. They've come in this little tube, so I don't have to pop them out, because they are like tiny tablets. They are really frustrating, just like the folic acid. They are very painful, they sometimes break, it's a faff. But now I don't have to pop them out, which is great. I'm assuming you can hear that on the video. That is my cats chasing each other up and down the stairs, sounding like a herd of elephants. Are you finished? She's hiding under the bed now, so maybe they've finished. I have to say, I love medicine in bottles. So much easier for my hands. So once they're all portioned up, the morning ones just go away nice and easy. The evening ones I do kind of have to fidget a little bit to make them fit in each section. Just swap a few tablets around every so often. It depends how they've fallen inside the pot. So these are now all organised. So here is a look at what I take at bedtime. So that is the pile of medication I take at night. Then I have my 4 paracetamol that go along with my PRN pain relief. And then my morning meds are that many. Hey guys, so shake and shake, shake. That is me ready for the week. Yeah, it's an arduous process, but you know what? It saves so much time, else time. Like, it really does. So these just sit on my bedside table and they're ready to go. It takes usually 45 or so minutes, depending on my hands, how many are circular tablets, because unfortunately circular tablets don't fit in my little tool. Hello, darling. Are you coming to say hello? What? You coming to say hello? Say hello. Hi. I'm on the bed, so she thinks it's bedtime, which is interesting because they're only fed like 45 minutes ago. So yeah, it usually takes about 45 minutes, but it saves so much time the rest of the week. The main bonus, especially of these morning ones, is they're all portioned up. and I'm incapable in the morning. I'm so stiff usually, so sore, I can barely move. So my other half gets up and gives me these. So basically he just takes out the pot, opens it, puts it in my mouth. He doesn't have to worry about, have I got the right tablets, have I got the right dose, all of this. So portioning it up, although it's an arduous task on a Sunday, does help so much during the week. And then these babies sit on my bedside table with my Oromorph, and we're ready to go for the week. And then we do it all again next Sunday. So yeah, that is me set up for the week. I have a kitten next to me who's being very cute. So yeah, I will be back next week with the About Me tag, which I'm quite looking forward to. If you have any questions, as I said, pop them in the description and I'll add them onto the list. And yeah, I will. Can you see her head down in the corner down there? Of course, now you're lying down. As soon as I say, can you see her? Yeah, so I will see you all next week. I hope you have a great week. Loopy love. Bye.